Hey man, I thought you were in France. What happened? What are you doing back here on the couch with your foot wrapped up?
It was a great trip. I went all over the place, all the sites, Louvre, had some escargot, some French wine, but then when I went and saw that big pointy tower, I fell. Alright, welcome back. My name is Mikey.
I'm Nate.
And we're here to help you
improve your balance. So today we're going through our last episode of Book of Balance by Lex Gonzales. Definitely pick this book up. It's got a lot of good information. And today is level 6. So all through these, they begin a little bit more challenging. So all the stuff that you've been doing from the previous episodes are going to add up and are going to be included in here, just a little bit harder. So you're going to need a couple things. Balance pad, like a squishy, soft balance pad. Grab some little random objects we're going to be using to pick up and to step over. So, some balls. You're going to need a plate and a tennis ball, and also, little things that you can step over, like coasters and stuff like that as well, and your star step mat. We'll show you how to make one if you don't have one. So, if you're ready, let's get started. So first, you're going to grab. Also you're going to need a pen. So grab yourself a pen, or something that you can use as an object that you can stare at. So we're going to be doing multi-sensory training, and this is going to be a little bit harder because you're going to have to stand on a balance pad.
You're actually going to end up with 2 pens. You can also use your thumbs if you don't have a pen around. That's always an easy way to do these without any props.
So grab your balance pad, and there's going to be 3 different foot positions that you can try. So the first one is just feet, next to each other or even close together. That's going to be a little bit challenging. That's one. If you want to do a semi-tandem, one foot is slightly in front of the other, but there's still a space between. And then full tandem is where one foot is directly in front of the other in a straight line.
Yeah, so closer here. So yeah, feet together. Partial tandem is they're sort of in front of and next to each other. Full tandem is toe to heel, right on each side there, like a balance beam.
And so the balance pad, if you don't have one of these, there's a link below in the description. You can order one. They're really worth it. What they do is basically just destabilize your feet. They're a little squishy, so it makes your ankles and your feet have to work a little harder. All right, so if you're ready, find your foot position, feet together, semi-tandem or full tandem, and put your start with just one. So put one object, a pen or your thumb or a business card, something like that. And you're going to keep your head still and your eyes just focus on the pen. And then you move the pen side to side, and you keep tracking it with your eyes. All right, so try not to move your head, just move your eyes. And this is for that inner ear, that visual vestibular system to help with your balance. And if you want, you can go all the way to the edge of your vision. And if you want to switch hands, you can get all the way to the other side too. So don't move your head, don't move your head. It's tempting, your head wants to move, but really try to keep your head still. Yeah. All right, and now try a different foot position. So if you've been doing it with your feet, together, try it with a semi-tandem or try it with a full tandem and see how that changes things. So go ahead and challenge yourself here. Okay. So when you get used to it, you can the most challenging one is to lift one foot up. You can try it on one foot. This would be pretty advanced. If you're going to do this, do it right in front of the couch, so if you have to step back or if you're afraid of falling, you'll be caught really safely by the couch. All right, nice job. So now the next one, again, find any foot position, and you're going to use 2 pens. All right, so you're going to stand, and if you don't have a balance pad, you can do this with a folded blanket or even like a pillow. Anything that creates a little instability in your feet will work just fine. So hold both of them, and then actually you're going to hold them still, and then your eyes are going to move back and forth quickly, okay? And you can start with them close, and you can do it further. You can try different, distances between your hands, and you can also try up and down. So you can hold one above and below. So his eyes are just moving up, down, up, down, up, down. And try with a different foot position. You can make it a little more challenging, tandem, semi-tandem, and challenge yourself. You could try one-footed or even diagonals. This would be the most challenging. Yeah. And see how the eyes really play a role in your balance. We take it for granted, but that's why a lot of falls happen at night or when it's dark out, because we over-rely on our vision. So we need to train the vision to work with the other systems. Okay? Nice. Good work. So next one, gaze stabilization while standing on the balance pad. So this one, now your head is going to move, but your eyes are going to stay still. So your eyes are focused on the gaze stabilizing on the point of focus, and the head is moving. And then try it with different foot positions on the balance pad. So try it with the tandem, semi-tandem, one-footed, and you're going to try to keep the gaze stabilized. You can move faster, slower, up, down, diagonal. Nice. This can get challenging. Try with the other hand now, so switch it up if you haven't.
Yeah, so the pen's stable and just moving other directions.
Okay, and now try moving the hand all different directions.
So yeah, now your head stays stable,
Yep.
and you're just tracking the pen. So find that foot position.
Actually, okay, this one is a little different. So they're going to have your eyes and your head move in the same direction. So now, yeah, so the head and the eyes are going to follow. So now there's a little bit more of that inner ear moving. So, and then try different foot positions to make it more challenging. And you're really going to have to work hard and do step off of it if you need to. Don't try to hang on too long, okay? Really be quick. You can always stop and start again.
Yeah, focusing at something close actually makes it kind of hard because you're not focusing even on the surroundings or the floor near you.
And also, when your head is moving, the background is kind of blurring and swirling, so it's going to be a little more disorienting.
Yeah, if you have vertigo and this is really a challenge for you, go slow, but through short, consistent practice, we can help retrain all of those systems, get them working as one.
Try making a star, so experiment with different movements. And the key is once you master one of them, try to make it a little more challenging. Your brain thrives on that new information and the new challenge. Good work. So this next one is walking with a ball on a plate. So clear your space and get a tennis ball or a racket ball or anything like that. And you can use a big plate or a small plate.
Yeah, even an orange,
Yeah. So the smaller the plate, I think the harder it'll be, right, to keep it balanced. And now you're just going to walk around the room and try to keep it from falling off.
Nice waiter hands.
See, he's been a waiter, so this is a lot easier for Mike. I've never been a waiter.
We'll add that to our Balance Summit challenge. Yeah, really trying to keep it right in the very center. I was sort of having fun letting it go all around the edges, but if you're really trying to keep it in the very center, it's going to make sure that you're really in control. You can switch hands. Having it away from your body will make it more challenging.
Or holding it higher. Whoa.
Having it higher is really challenging because you start to not be able to see the floor.
Oh. Holding a book at the same time makes it harder. So find some variations. You could do the egg on a spoon, or there's try balancing it. Yeah, balancing a tennis racket with a tennis ball or a ping pong ball could be pretty fun. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh.
Don't use your fine china.
Yeah, something unbreakable.
Nice.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's just another idea, another fun way to do things.
Okay, next one. We're going to do, we actually skipped this one from the last one, so we're going to add it here. It's called Braiding or the Grapevine. So it's pretty simple. You just stand, if you want to demonstrate, you just bring your feet apart, and then you cross in front, side, and then you step behind, side, and then in front, and then you go backwards, across, together, behind, together, in front, together, just like that. And you could do this up and down a hallway, and you could do it with a ball and a plate if you want to make it more challenging. And you can speed it up. So use your hands also if you want. You can make it a little faster. It's a really good exercise because you're moving sideways, which we rarely do, and you're having to move your feet quickly. It's just got all the elements here.
Nice.
So try that a couple more times. Grapevine or braiding.
Yeah, getting that upper body to help counterbalance, really important. So you're nice and flexible throughout the whole spine.
Yeah, try picking up the pace a little if you want more of a challenge. Add a little bounce.
Nate's got some bounce in his step right now.
That's right. I know, I love my grapevine. Okay, that's that. So next, tandem walking. So you're going to just imagine you're on a tightrope. And so one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe, heel to toe. And your hands can start off nice and wide. Make it more challenging by bringing your hands down to your hips or to your side. And it doesn't say in here, but you could even try doing it backwards if you want to make it a little more challenging. Yep. I'd say if it's too easy, try it with your eyes closed. Or just walk a little faster. But you want to make sure that you're doing this safely.
Ooh, eyes closed is really challenging walking. Usually when we have our eyes closed, we try to stay still. And that small movement walking is not something we're used to.
One way you can get used to walking with your eyes closed is to just blink slowly. So you just kind of very slowly blink and then slowly open your eyes. So you're only really having your eyes closed for a short time. And of course, if you start to lose your balance, immediately open your eyes. So tandem walking, another really good challenge here. This also helps with your catwalk skills. Okay. And now the next one is called a figure eight. So you put two objects out.
So easy, common ones. So you can just use coasters, all right? And one over here, one over here.
And this is similar to the one we did last episode where you just walk around and come back, but now you're going to do a figure eight. So you're just going to walk, come around, cross through the middle, and come around. And you can really vary your steps. Bigger steps, shorter steps, faster steps, slower steps, Monty Python steps. You could do grapevine steps. So play with this, okay? So you're giving yourself a little challenge. You're turning. Notice if one side kind of is more difficult than the other. You know, maybe coming around one direction, that hip is weaker, so it might feel different. So set up a little obstacle course for yourself here. Yeah, backward, forward, sideways, crossing, tandem, side steps. You got a whole bunch of different options here.
You can sort of just slide.
There you go. Very elegant.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Nice. All right, so that's the figure eight. And so next one is stepping over obstacles. So you just set up a little obstacle course for yourself, yoga blocks, coasters, small animals, whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, coasters. If you're afraid if you might step onto something, coasters are great. Super flat. They give you that visual to step over. All right. But if you do, step on them, they're not going to affect your balance too much.
And a ball is probably the most dangerous, right? Obviously, if you step on that, that can really turn. So I'd say probably start without a ball, and unless you're feeling really confident. So just pick a bunch of random objects and just go around and step over them. So make a little obstacle course, stepping. Maybe you have a small space and a big space. Maybe you step a big step and a small step.
I'm just trying to follow Nate. So if you're doing this with a friend, you can actually make it a little follow the leader. But on the objects, sometimes that's the solution.
They're stable.
Can't go over it or around it. You gotta go through it.
So you'll notice when you're changing your orientation a lot, your head will also be working. So your inner ear, your vestibular system is also being challenged here.
Yeah, nice to look at an object, an obstacle, and then look up as you travel over it. That's sort of like hiking. You're not focused on every little twig. You just notice the big ones, and then after you've seen them, you can start to look away once once you've planned that motion.
Now another way to do it is to just set up a series of kind of tall ones. So you're stepping up, 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 and up. And this will really challenge you to keep, not just for one step, but for several steps, having to keep your feet nice and high. And if you want to do that sideways, of course, you can try it that way. So be creative here.
Some of us don't need to set up obstacles. We just have them in our lives. And
yeah, if you have little kids around or something, or animals, you might have obstacles already there. Okay, so be playful, creative with this one. And now, this is kind of a natural consequence after setting up obstacles. You're going to walk around and pick them up. So this is important because as you bend over, you want to really be able to bend over and pick something up off the ground. This is a basic functional skill, and if you get to the point where that's difficult or you feel nervous, you've got to work on it. So basically, you can just set up a bunch of things.
If this is challenging, have your cane with you, because if you can't touch the floor, all right, it's a range of motion issue and a flexibility issue, and that's what we're going to work on first. All right, so you don't have to test your balance yet. You just want to be able to get that range of motion.
Yeah, so just go around picking up and coming back up. Strengthen your back, your legs.
Notice if you reach with the same hand every time.
And also the same foot. Sometimes leading with one foot is the common thing, so try leading with the other foot. Alright, so you can make house cleaning part of your balance routine. Alright, and now this takes us to our final step training, the STAR step, and this is now layering in several different challenges. So go ahead and grab your, if you have a marked mat, or if you just want to lay some tape out on the carpet or some objects. The STAR step template is pretty simple. It's basically just 4 lines that are arranged equidistantly, so you make 8 pointed star basically with one central point in the middle. So if you want to demonstrate, you're going to take one foot in the middle, and if it's your right foot, you'll start at the north, and then you'll go to the side. 1, 2, and you're trying to touch each point of the line. 3, 4, all the way back, behind, and if you can reach all the way...
That's tough. Yeah, so if you have hip issues, all right, getting all the way around, it can be challenging, but it can also be tough, especially if you have an artificial hip there. They recommend not overdoing this motion. So I think going backwards diagonal and over in front a little easier.
Yeah, so you might start off with the north point. South point might be your furthest one back. Or maybe southwest might be your next point. But if you try to go east, maybe you come in front of your foot instead of behind it, right? So see if that's more realistic for your body. All right, and so now what we're doing for this one is you're going to add a secondary motor task. So let's have you try something like hold a plate with a ball on top as you're doing this. All right, and then if you want to use a metronome, we'll start off with 40 beats a minute. You can just use Google for a metronome, or if you have your own, that works too. Okay, so are you ready?
Let's go.
Alright, let's see here. So metronome's loaded up. We're going to start at 40 beats a minute. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. 8, that ball wobbling, 9, 10. Okay, so try that. And there's one more layer if you want to add it. They recommend counting down from 3s from 100, so 100, 97, 94, 91, that's really difficult. I would start off with 2s, so maybe count down from 100 from 2, switch legs now. Okay, so other side, other direction. So if you're on your right leg, you're going to go to your right. Alright, so go ahead and count down. You want to try it out loud? From 2s?
98.
96. 94.
92.
90. It's pretty hard, right? So you're adding the cognitive task with the motor task with the start step. So this is pretty advanced level. This is why it's level 6. If this is too hard, go back to the other videos, try some of the other ones, 1 through 5, and then work your way up to this one. Alright, stop. So let's take it up to 60 beats.
Alright, switch hands, maybe if you're doing the motor task in one hand.
You really don't need to go beyond 60 beats a minute. That's really plenty fast, okay? Alright, ready to go. Alright, let's hear you count down by 2s.
2, 90, 88, 6, 78, 2.
Count down by 13s if you want a real challenge.
87, 64.
You could try other things, other cognitive tasks. You could try, doing the alphabet backwards, or you could try counting up by 3s or 4s.
Switch legs.
Yeah, switch sides. You could recite the, decimals of pi, to a couple hundred decimals, something like that. So challenge yourself. Alrighty.
Wow.
That's good work. How's it feel?
I feel like that's what the astronauts go through in that training, where everything's going crazy around them, and they're having to figure out these intense calculations. So,
right.
To all those brothers and sisters out there, you're impressive, and we're just trying to keep our 2 feet on this planet. So,
yeah. So we don't have the benefit of 0 gravity. If we fall, it's going to hurt. So we want you to stay on your feet, and if you can really practice these to the point where you get more and more comfortable and confident, not only can you prevent falls, but if you do have a fall, you're going to build more resilience, so you won't get hurt. You're going to be comfortable with the floor. You're going to be faster on your feet. That's really, really important. So I do recommend getting this book. There's a lot of information. The first 60 pages are really all about the vestibular system, understanding balance in a whole new way. And at the end here, it does give you some facts about falls. It says that more than 1 out of 4 adults, older adults, fall every year. And every year, 2.8 million older adults are treated in emergency rooms for fall injuries. 95% of hip fractures are the cause of falling. And falls are the most common cause of TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. And falling once doubles your chances of falling again. So especially if you've had a fall, or if you know a loved one who's had a fall, try to get them to get into a balanced program. We hope that we can create a home program for you. We also have online programs. 3 Weeks of Better Balance is one that really works quite well. We've seen incredible improvements in people's balance in as little as 3 weeks. So according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, every second of every day in the United States, an older adult falls. So this is the #1 cause of injuries and death among older Americans. And we know that balance can be improved. We've seen it firsthand, and we know that if you do have a fall, you can build your resilience if you do the right exercises.
So yeah, thank you again for watching. Stay active, keep moving. I'm Mikey.
I'm Nate.
And until next time,
Stay balanced, my friends.